There is a very big reason for me to get ordained in Thailand. Number one reason is my master, Fra Raja Vurai Nana Sombun, who is the abbot of Watatong, is my master. So I have to ordain here. Secondly, Thailand is the Buddhist capital of the world. The best Buddhist way that one can learn, I believe, in a disciplined way is Thailand. So first of all, I need to learn Dhamma in a correct way. And Thailand will be the best country according to me, and my master is here. So it's the best country and a place to be ordained. And the final, the most important reason that the king of the kings, King Rama IX, is my biggest source of inspiration. I have two inspirations. One is King Rama IX, the other one is Bodhisattva Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who wrote the constitution of our country. And Buddhism is alive in India today is just because of him. So once I will learn Dhamma in a correct and a disciplined way, my goal, my mission of being ordained or learning Buddhism or learning about Dhamma in a correct way is to revive Buddhism in my country, which was started by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in 1956. But unfortunately, he passed away right after 3-4 months. So the wheel of Dhamma is too slow to increase the speed of revival of Buddhism. I need to learn here, go back and start propagating Buddhism back in my country. In India, Buddhism is vanishing. The total population must be 1 to 2% of Buddhist people out of 100%, which is very unfortunate because Buddha was born in India and this treasure of Dhamma is not utilized by Indians at all. And whoever is utilizing the Dhamma, the treasure of Dhamma, they are not using it in a correct or a disciplined way. This birth that we human beings take is nothing but suffering. We need to understand the law of impermanence. It is your assumption that my life is happy. Only I know that my life is happy or not happy. We have lot of struggles in life. Even if I am happy, do you think I will be happy till end? Will I not get the diseases? Will I not get the old age? Or will I not get the death? They are all going to come to me. It's coming day by day. No human being is happy in this world. When we born with suffering. Unless and until you get enlightened and get rid of this cycle of birth and death and attain nirvana. So my line, I want to be happy, means the inner happiness that we always looked forward to, the real inner happiness, not the materialistic happiness. You know, the materialistic happiness is something like a glass of water which have a hole underneath. No matter how much water you will put in, it will never fill up. That is materialistic inner happiness. And the inner happiness that Dhamma taught you is the happiness forever. Once you practice the Dhamma, then only you can taste the real happiness. It's all about practice, the Dhamma. When I was chosen for the movie Sri Siddhartha Gautama, which was produced in Sri Lanka. I was born in a Hindu family. They have auditioned a lot of people, and they asked me many questions, and finally after a lot of hard work I got selected for the role. And when you are playing roles like Siddhartha became Buddha, you need to study very hard. So from there I took a book called The Old Path, White Clouds by late most venerable Thich Hat Nhan, who passed. And I understood, I read and tried to understand or understood the life of the Buddha, the life of Siddhartha, from the birth till Buddha's last breaths, including the Dhamma. The day I read that book, I was surprised, amazed, shocked. This treasure of Dhamma, how come it is missing in my country, which is the land of Buddha? That is how my mind started changing. That is how I learned that name, fame and money is not the real happiness. It's all temporary, it's all changing, it's all suffering. Attachment to something is suffering, they go parallelly. Both the things goes parallelly, you must know. If I like something, I want to have it. Once I have it, it will not remain the same, and that will give me suffering. You love someone, it will not be the same forever. It will keep changing like a graph. You bought a new car, it will get old. One day it will get an accident, might be. Someday it will destroy. The suffering keep coming. I realize that. So materialistic things are not the true happiness. Once I will become old, who will look at me? Right now, if I am an actor who is loved by many, the time will come then people will not turn their neck and say, oh, he was a good actor. Now nobody is looking at you because I am old, no teeth, no hair, wrinkles all over. So that is a suffering. And disease is also coming. Finally death will come. So we need to find the path to end suffering that Buddha already gave us. So that is when I realized that the Dhamma is the correct way, and this is the real inner happiness if we practice the Dhamma. Of course, you are 100% correct. You know, when you play that kind of roles, when you study, basically in one line I would like to say, when you start knowing your inner self, we hardly get time to know ourselves. When you ask questions to your inner self, you get the correct answers. It's like opening the eyes of the mind for me after reading about the life of the Buddha, Dhamma of the Buddha. So it changed, or it brought a 360-degree turn in my life. So we can clearly say that, you know, this movie, reading about Buddha, had a strong impact, but somehow I feel, you know, even Buddha became Buddha after many thousands of births. So I might be having some merits of the previous life which brought me here to play that role, to read about Buddha and come into this zone and finally wear a robe. It takes a lot of merits of the previous lives. So I believe that what you are saying, that playing the role, studying deeply about the Dhamma made me realize the meaning of real happiness, which is not in materialistic things. That's why I am trying to follow the path and want to know it more deeply. When we talk about Prince Siddhartha, as I played Siddhartha, I think I cannot part any of the one scenes that, oh, this was the tough one, oh I love this scene, this was interesting. But I think all the scenes were interesting to me. Every scene was knowledgeable, every scene was giving me some knowledge, some kind of a Dhamma in some ways. But if you ask me, I enjoyed the scene for the austerities where he was not eating for a long time. So that was a very good scene in which I thought, okay, let me feel it. I didn't eat for 2 days. I took a fast for 2 days.
Only water?
Yes, only water. Just to feel the hunger, like how you feel when you're hungry, you know. After that we gave the scene and it was like walking and falling down and your ribs are shown. So that was a beautiful scene to feel. So I think that was one of my favorite scenes. The other one was the most emotional scene when he is leaving the palace and Yasodhara is sleeping, the child is sleeping, a prince leaving all the luxuries and going out of the palace, and he didn't know that he will come back or he will not come back. A great sacrifice was given for the whole humanity, not for himself. So that was very emotional. When we say that we are leaving the wife, we are leaving some luxuries, it's easy to speak, but when you practically do it, it takes a lot of sacrifice. Can you leave? If we ask you to leave your even small car, it takes a lot of courage to give away one of the vehicle or anything very, very close to you. But you're talking about the luxurious life of a prince, your very lovable wife and your child, and you're leaving them, and for the sake of the whole humanity, not for yourself, not for the selfish reason. The reason was to find the path to end the suffering for the whole humanity. When it was a lockdown, then I was at home, like the whole of the country. When I was given a chance with mask on, with all the protocols, and I went out because lot of things are pending regarding Buddhism. I am distributing 84,000 statues, that's my goal. So statues keep coming, I do events all over. I want people to know about the Buddha, I want people to know about the Dhamma. You know, end of the day, when this COVID came, I wanted everyone had a time for themselves, to know themselves. They should have utilized that time. When you play with the mother nature, when you exploit the mother nature and it reaches the saturation point, it reacts back in many ways. We have spoiled it, exploited it to the core. Be you drugs, alcohol, wars, rapes, garbage, destroying the rivers, polluting the air, like we have not left anything. There is a saturation point. No matter how rich you are, no matter how strong country you are, how rich country you are, whatever you are, the universe, the mother nature made you understand, if I react, no matter who you are, I can keep you at your home. Then you will realize who we are. So we need to learn the lessons, and you will realize in those times of COVID, when it was a long lockdown, river got cleared, air got free of pollution, people started loving each other, people started helping each other. They have slowly realized that, you know, we are nothing in front of like a bubble in the ocean. So they had the wisdom to help others. So that was the teaching by the mother nature to the people. So I believe if you read Dhamma correctly, you will understand Buddha always talk about love, peace and compassion. Compassion was totally missing, still missing, but in those times it was there. If we have a compassion right from the beginning, not only for human beings, but for the mother nature also, these times will never come. These COVIDs will never come. But we all are very selfish. We destroy the mother nature in all the aspects that we can. I have to follow all the protocols that are possible. Rest, I believe my destiny will decide my death. One day I have to die, I think like that. And when I am propagating the Dhamma of the Buddha, I feel the blessings of the universe, the nature, Mother Nature is always with me to protect me, because I am doing the right thing. My actions are right actions, one of the Eightfold Path. There is nothing to fear. The day you will start going to a cremation hall for 5 minutes and sit there and see the dead bodies coming and see the cremation there, your fear will go with the time. But when we talk about the cremation hall, people get scared. They don't even look at, oh, don't look at the cremation hall, let's go from here, it's not a good luck, it's like this, it's like that. The way we come to the temple, we must go at least once in a week to the cremation hall to sit, to understand. You will overcome the fear. You will understand the nature of impermanence. You will understand that we are born, we will die. The fear will go, what maximum can happen to a human being? You will die. And everybody has to suffer, less or more, but everybody will suffer and finally die. And it depends on your karma. But when you go to a cremation place, for those moments are so strong, then you see a dead body and you realize, one day I will be there like this. For that 10 minutes teaches you a strong lesson, but if you visit regularly, it can change your life and you will not have any kind of a fear. And to walk on the path of Dhamma at the same time, you will have no fear. Fear comes when you are lacking in something, when you are wrong, when you have done something wrong. When you follow the precepts, you are a right human being, there is no fear. Angulimal came in front of the Buddha, Buddha has no fear. He was the most dangerous man that time and he fallen into his feet. So when you are following the Dhamma in a correct way, you will never have any kind of a fear in your life. In one liner, that a thirsty man who is thirsty for years got the water right now. So when a thirsty man gets water, how does he feel? That is my feeling. Honestly telling you, I with the time, when you keep on doing it, and I think the most blissful moment of my life was when I wore the robe for the first time in my life, up till now. It was something else before, but now it's changed because impermanence. I thought the other one was there and then the other one was there, and with the time now I realized, my God, this is the most blissful moment. You need a lot of blessings of previous births to wear this robe. I actually decided to wear the robe for 15 days to learn, and then when I wear this robe and I realized that 15 days are too less to learn Dhamma, so I wanted it more. At the same time, I can see I got the chance to inspire many other people, many youngsters, not in Thailand, not only in India, it's all over the world. People are sending messages that yes, they are very happy and they are very respectful. Maybe if I can inspire some people, it will be a great blessings for me. So, I have not decided the time yet, unless and until I feel okay, this is the time I need to disrobe myself, then I will do it. So, I am increasing the time to learn Dhamma more as much as I can. As I said earlier, Thailand is a Buddhist capital of the world. It is a great inspiration for all the Buddhist people in the world. The reason the whole credit goes to the Buddhist clergy who is maintaining that. When you come here, when you see the discipline of the monks, when you see the respect, love in the eyes of the Buddhist people for Buddha, it is very, very inspiring for any human being in this world. So, I think Thailand is playing one of the major roles to keep Buddhism alive in the world, not only in Thailand. But I have seen many youngsters or laymen, they are becoming Buddhist, or they are Buddhist in the card, ID card. I am officially Buddhist, but they are not understanding the real meaning of a Buddhist. They are thinking that this is a religion because I know about Buddhism, there is some meditation, some praying in the temples, and I am a Buddhist, I am praying to Buddha. Or I believe in Buddhism, I believe in Buddha, he is so peaceful, you know, I am a Buddhist. But Buddhist is the one who practice Dhamma. Then only you can call yourself a Buddhist. That is why I said, when we talk about the Buddha's teachings regarding the precepts, noble truths or eightfold path, people are not concentrating on that one, but they are more involved themselves into the traditions. You can do the traditions, you can come to a positive zone, it is great, there is no harm. It is very nice that you fall into the zone of spirituality and fall into the zone of Buddhism when you come to the temple. You meet the Sangha teachers who teaches you Dhamma, but they can only teach you. But it is you only who needs to practice the Dhamma. It is a religion of practicing, not believing or knowing. If you practice, then only you can get rid of the suffering. By knowing and believing, nothing will happen. So, they need to be more mindful of this thing, because practice can take them to get rid of this birth and death cycle, not believing and knowing. So, they need more teachings from the Sangha, but they have to come into the zones, then only they can have it. Who was technically, I believe, the most successful man? Steve Jobs, I believe.
Yes.
Technically very strong, richest man.
One of the richest.
He said, take all my money, take everything I have, give my life back, treat my cancer. But he could not do it. So, we need to make them understand we respect the technology of today's date. You need to do that, but you need oxygen for your mind to work in a correct way. It is a duty of a youngster to make this society a better place. And how do they do it? There is a thing called meditation. That is the oxygen and medicine for your mind. If you do that, not only you will get wisdom, you will be a better human being and also an intelligent human being. This is the beauty of Buddhism. It makes you a better human being. This is the beauty of the Buddhism. The problem in the Buddhism or these people, they need to understand that in Buddhism you need to be your own master. You need to sit ehi passiko. Let's practice and see. It means you need to practice and see yourself. If I am a coach of any sport, the coach can teach you, but who will make the runs on the field? The coach or the player? The player. The player has to go in the field and play. The teacher cannot play for you. So they need to see themselves, practice themselves, and then come back and say. Unless and until, there's no point of just saying it, oh, what do we do, closing eyes. You will know yourself. You have not tasted the beauty of what you have. We think we are like farmers who are just sowing the seeds. We forgot we have gold inside that land, which can make you a superhuman being. If those youngsters say, what do we get? I think they don't even go to pray Buddha. Many of them go and pray Buddha. What do they get in praying Buddha? You need to ask. They might be getting some kind of a peace there. Just praying to Buddha. That was the merits of the Buddha, that even while praying you get peace. Even the statue is there, you look at the statue, you get peace. That is the merits that he has gained. He was a supreme teacher. So think of it when you practice what he has taught. Just sit, do it. Slowly and slowly you will realize the real factual truth of life. And there are great examples in the past. The monks who were not educated had more wisdom than the technically, officially certified educated people. What was it? There must be something there. So they need to practice and then ask the questions. Without practicing, if they are asking the questions, I think they are of no use. It's just talking. Why? Because they're finding the way to get out of it. We are human beings, very selfish, no? If we drink alcohol, we say, oh, it's bad, don't drink it. Some people find a way. Oh, one drink is okay, is good for health. It is written in the book, if you take 1 or 2 drinks, it's good for health. Let me take 1 or 2 drinks. They find a way to have one. Oh, 1 cigarette is okay, it will not spoil my health. We try to find a way which we like, but that's not the truth. What is wrong is wrong. Alcohol is bad, cigarette is bad. If you are not doing meditation, that means you are losing something. You have the treasure that Buddha had given you. If you meditate, you will realize you have become more intelligent. It is just to make you more intelligent. We are not making you a magician. We are making you more intelligent. You will be more focused. You will live in more mindfulness. You will have less suffering. But they need to understand that. They don't understand. They will understand. They will understand when they come to the age of 50, 55, 60. Death is coming. Diseases are coming. Suffering is coming. Then their feet automatically goes to meditation, temples and everywhere. Why not now? So these are just the questions which they can ask without practicing. At that time, I didn't have much answers with myself, from myself. So then I have asked many questions from many masters. Slowly I am getting answers, and slowly I am getting answers from myself, because everything lies inside you. This is what I have realized. You need to practice, you need to do vipassana. Once you will master your vipassana, you close your eyes and you ask something, you will get your answer. It doesn't mean that, oh, I close my eyes and I will ask a question of a doctor giving examination and I get that answer. It's answers of your life, that this is right, this is wrong, what is a right path, what is the wrong path. Even it makes your mind strong, your will so strong that you never choose the wrong path. You will always try to go on the right path, but when you are unaware, then you will always choose the wrong path, because that looks more enjoyable, but the end is bad. The real good path is very tough in the beginning, but the end result is beautiful. There are many other teachers which I really like, which I learned from them. Even I had a lot of discussions with Dr. Pongsak. I have a lot of discussions, of course, with my master of Watatong, the Abbot of Watatong. Whenever I have a question regarding Buddhism, anything strong, that he answers me in a correct way. And there are other vice abbot, deputy abbot. Like I have classes every day, so I have a lot of teachers to give my answers. Acting is my passion also, because I am doing it. I have worked really hard for that in my life, and that is how I run my kitchen. Right now my passion is reviving of Buddhism in my country, India. So, because as a monk you have to follow 227 precepts. For a long time, the kind of things I do, it might be very difficult for me to be a monk. If I do acting, there are a lot of things, it will break all the precepts. So, my point is, I will follow up acting, and the first priority will be the spreading of the Buddhism. We have made a society here called Tri Ratna Bhumi, Tri Ratna Bhumi, or three, like in Hindi say three, there is a Tri Ratna Bhumi, and where we will have a website in which it will be like a one station for all the Buddhist work, for all the Buddhist things that people want to do. They can connect with us. If somebody wants to study, meditate, shramner, monkhood, traveling, meditation, vipassana, or whatever they want to do regarding Buddhism, it will be available there in all the senses that we are going to announce soon. And I will try to do some movies and more dramas which is related to Buddhism, because it's easy to understand when you see, when you look at it, more than when you listen. So, I'm looking forward to that kind of a work in the future, and already we have a lot of offers after the monkhood. In advance we have it. So, definitely I will be doing these kind of things. The priority is to propagate Buddhism through acting. So, I fulfill both the things. First of all, I need to set up my country. For my country, I am trying to set up one good example of a Thai, Indo-Thai monastery, which will be like a model for the whole country, because meditation and Buddha is loved by everyone, no matter what religion you belong to. It's a Hindu country, so people will follow. Once they will come, they will taste the inner happiness which they will like. I think slowly then they will try to make centers all over the country, and definitely through our website, statues, programs, making a strong Mahasangha in India and affiliated with all the Buddhist major countries in the world can bring a major difference in reviving the Buddhism. You got it.
Yeah.
That's a bullseye. It's all about practicing. We need to practice and then we'll understand. It's not about knowing or believing. Coming to the temples is important. The reason is the positive zone of spirituality. When they come, they will listen. Today you have come, he has come, you are into Buddhism, you talk, he is a volunteer. Why you have come here? Because he might have gone to the temples, he might be having a master, or you might be having a master, or you might have studied it and you wanted to work for it and you wanted to practice it. So, it brought you into this zone that, oh, we want to have a Buddhist channel. So, it makes a difference. You need to come into the zone. If you go to a wrong zone, then you want to do something about that zone. Yes. A preferred vegetarian. I was eating non-vegetarian. So I want to spread vegetarian food all over, because the tradition in Thailand is more of a non-vegetarian. Sometimes we get stuck.
Depends on which region of Thailand.
Yes, but the tradition in India is more of a. You can see a lot of more vegetarians there. When we come to Thailand, sometimes I see a lot of non-vegetarian. I try my best to avoid non-vegetarian. First of all, you need to know, I want first of all Buddha to reach. We have enough books in India, because it started from there. If you give someone a book, he might not read. So we have to go slowly and gradually. The final goal is not Buddha statue. That's a beginning, that's the first step. The final conclusion is the Dhamma. I have a roadmap in my mind, how I have to take Dhamma there. If I will start distributing books, end of the day you will find them selling off. Nothing will come back. Buddha statue from Thailand, and Buddha is coming. Every household will put Buddha in their house and pray, because they respect Buddha. Once they reach there, then there will be a next plan, how to make Dhamma reach there. In a step by step, cannot hurry. So final goal is Dhamma, not Buddha statue, and I also know it very well deep down, but it's a first step. It will create a major buzz in our country that 84,000 statues are coming, all the temples are having ceremonies, they have new statues, the news will go all over the country. Buddha, yes, we must want to know about Buddha. Even non-Buddhist people will have the statues. So they will know, they would want to know about Buddha. That will tell them that this is what Buddha said. Already all the Bollywood actors, Hollywood actors, you check Google, you will find 70 to 80% of top Hollywood actors have become Buddhist already. Same way it will go. So I am going slowly and gradually, starting from the statues. The most important thing that Buddhism taught me is living in present with full mindfulness. That's the core essence of Buddhism, because we cannot change the past, we don't know about the future. We in this trauma, we are just only worried about these two things. In that trauma, we forget the present, which is in our hand. So Buddhism is all about living in present, but with mindfulness. Once you live in mindfulness, then you will not make mistake, you will have less sufferings. And mindfulness can only come through wisdom, and wisdom you can have it only by meditation. The essence line is living in present with mindfulness. That's the core, easy to understand.